out past the firelight. They were only supposed to be in Kenya for 2 weeks. A family mission trip, building wells, teaching Bible stories, and soaking in the African savannah. But for the teens, the real thrill wasn't in service work, it was the night. Four of them, Jared, Tasha, Michael, and Leela, sat by the fire their last night at the safari lodge. Stars blanketed the sky above, and somewhere in the distance, a lion's low rumble echoed through the acacia trees. Michael leaned in. One last dare before we go. Classic scare off. Scare off, Leela raised an eyebrow. Simple, Jared smirked. We each sneak out in the bush. No flashlights, no phones. Last one to come back wins. Tasha hesitated. Our guide said not to leave camp. There are leopards out there, and hyenas. Exactly, Jared grinned. High stakes. Come on, missionary kids. We can't all be saints. They all laughed nervously. At midnight, they slid past their sleeping parents, out beyond the fences of the safari lodge, and into the dark. Each team went into a different direction, keeping low and quiet, trying not to let fear or common sense pull them back. The moon offered little light, just shadows stretching long across the savannah. Leela crouched beneath a thorn bush, heart pounding with every snap of a twig. Something was out there, watching, breathing. Micah sat near a dry riverbed, shivering not from cold, but from the eerie stillness that crept into his bones. Tasha had climbed halfway up a tree, convinced it gave her the best view and the best shot at surviving whatever roamed the dark. Jared was boldest, walking deeper than the rest, whispering to himself how he was going to win. Then one by one, they returned to camp. Everyone except Jared. At first they thought he was pranking them. Then Micah noticed something strange. 4 sets of footprints had left camp, but only 3 had come back. They panicked, woke the adults, and the search began. By sunrise, the lodge staff and parents were combing the bush. Dogs, drones, guides with rifles, nothing. That afternoon, they found Jared's shirt torn and caught on a thorn bush, blood on the collar. A week later, the teens were flown home, shaken, silent, and never the same. Months passed. The mission trip became a quiet family secret, something they didn't talk about anymore. Then Leela received a letter. No return address, just her name, and inside, one blurry photo. A trail cam snapshot from the Kenyan bush. It showed 3 teens sneaking through the trees, and behind them, a 4th figure. But that figure was not Jared. Tall, thin, skin like ash, hollow eyes, watching. The note inside read, "Thanks for the game. Let's play again soon."
The one that got loose. Derek had always liked dangerous pets. Scorpions. Tarantulas. But his crown jewel was Zara, a 14-foot reticulated python he'd bought illegally off a guy in a back alley 2 states over. She was beautiful, with shifting gold and black scales, and hypnotic eyes that never blinked. At first, Zara was manageable. Derek fed her frozen rabbits, kept her in a custom-built enclosure, and bragged about her to anyone who would listen. But then she stopped eating. Then the enclosure, made of reinforced plexiglass, cracked one night from the inside. And one morning, Derek woke up with Zara coiled around the foot of his bed, staring at him. Just staring. He started locking the door to his bedroom, then to the house. Zara somehow kept getting out. She was always there, in the hallway, near the sink, halfway up the staircase. Silent, watching. Derek had enough. One night, he drove out to the forest preserve an hour from town. No one around, not even hikers. He dragged her cage into the woods, opened the door, and shouted, "Go, be free." Zara slithered out slowly, gracefully, as if she'd known all along it would come to this. Derek didn't look back. He burned her cage the next morning. For a few days, he felt relief, slept better, cleaned his house, tossed all the leftover rat meat in the freezer. He even smiled again, until the night he found the trail of scales on his porch. He tried to reason with himself. Could be another snake. Could be. But it wasn't. 2 days later, his neighbor's dog vanished. The leash was still in the yard, taut and frayed like something had yanked it into the woods. Then came the scratching under the floorboards at night, the pressure in the walls. His cat refused to enter the living room. Something was moving behind the vents, slow, deliberate coiling. One night, Derek came home to find his door ajar. Inside, the furniture was untouched. No signs of a break-in, but a single shed snakeskin, almost 6 feet long, was stretched across the couch like a trophy. He moved out that same night. Bought a new apartment downtown. 15th floor. Concrete building. No trees. No forest. Safe. Until 3 weeks later, when he opened his fridge and saw a dead rat inside, half swallowed, with a single golden scale stuck to the bloodied ice tray. He slammed the door shut. The lights flickered. Then he heard it. A slow, dragging hiss. Not from the hall. From inside the walls. He pressed his ear to the plaster. A soft thud. Then a voice. Not human, not quite. Just a whisper, low and cold. You brought me here. You don't get to leave.